Hello everyone, Angelic here, and today I'm going to be giving you a replay cast of 1v1 on Heart of the Swarm. My opponent is a Protoss here, in the bottom right corner. His name is Sixth World, and I'm Blue Protoss up in the top left corner. I think this is on Star Station. And yeah, we're going to get this game underway. I think we'll do it at ×2. Alright, so we're both just opening up with some early probage here, as you can pretty much only do as a Protoss. Both getting our pylons at about the same time. I threw out the GLHF there, and he threw 102 in all caps and then in lowercase. And getting the gateway started. It's actually a little before his gateway, surprisingly. And yeah, so I thought I'd do one from a replay just so I could actually focus a little more on the gameplay and a little less on trying to talk and play the game at the same time. So hopefully my gameplay would be a little bit better. He sends his probe into scout, sees that I have a gateway and 2 pylons. He'll also see the 2 gas here in just a second. Meanwhile, I opted not to scout this game. Threw a pylon down back there, which he sees. But then you're going to notice in a second here he forgets about his probe. And just leaves it back there. Me not wanting him to see what everything's going on, I threw a pylon down at the front. Meanwhile, he throws a pylon down over there on the far side. And gets up his robo bay. And I slide my probe down here to build another gateway as my stalker's coming out to deal with his probe. Getting warp gates up, of course, as is he. My warp gate started a little before his, but he's chrono boosting out a stalker and has his mothership core already. Meanwhile, I warped in a Twilight Council down in the back there, which is why I wanted to make sure I killed this probe so he didn't see it. And yeah, so I throw down 2 more gateways to get ready, and then at 150 minerals I start Blink, throw a chrono boost down on it to get it going. Take this stalker and I move out to the watchtower just to scout to see what's going on, get a little bit of map vision going. And I actually didn't even know he had this observer. Let's see what he does with it. So he's not really building a whole lot, he's thrown down 2 more gateways. I've got my other 2 gateways just about done, my warp gate's just finished there, so I should be transforming those in just a second. Oh, he actually is going to see my probe.
Research complete.
I guess he just missed it. Oh, because my probe went the back way. Okay. So when he sees my 4 stalkers moving out, and my mothership core, as I throw down my proxy pylon, still chrono boosting Blink to try to get that finished. And he should actually, oh yeah. I was going to check to see if he had an expansion with my stalker there. Then I'm going to run him all the way back. And while I'm doing that, I'll warp in a couple more stalkers over here to get ready with the Blink play. And I actually throw down a couple more stalkers to help support this guy. He's got all his troops moving across the map right now. And just as he kills that stalker off, I blink in. And go straight for the pylons. So I focus down both those pylons. Then I come over here. I was going to go for the probes, but then I saw this pylon here, so I figured I should take that out. Snipe that out. Start to pull back because I see as an immortal there. Try to save my mothership core, but I was a little slow on that. He gets the kill. I pick up a few probe kills there. He's actually way oversaturated on that one base. I left these guys here because I just wanted to see if he was going to push out or not. Throws down his pylons again to repower his building. Blink past the time warp. Pick up another probe there. I was going to go for the pylon. Didn't quite get the ability to. And I had thrown down my Nexus in the meantime. So I warp in a couple more Stalkers and a couple Zealots there. Just to have some reinforcements at the base. Because I know I'm going to need them, because I know he's coming across the map now. Because he's pretty far behind right now. Picks off a Zealot. So that's okay. I'm willing to lose a Zealot or two here. And I actually supply cap myself here, which was good that he decided to pull back instead of keep pushing in. Although I think I had enough to deal with what he had. Still got that observer sitting there. He should be flying it around my base a little bit. I throw down my forge so that I can get my upgrades started. He throws down his Nexus because he sees that mine's complete through his observer. He's pulling all the way back. So I warp in a few sentries because I'm not sure if his army is still going to be up at this watchtower here, so I was hoping that I'd be able to trap and split some of them off. Only to find out that they've moved out. Meanwhile, he's prepping to take a third. Which is actually a pretty ballsy play against Protoss, to try for a double expand. So I take out his proxy. Bringing down my first immortal. Pick off his probe on the watchtower. Meanwhile, he's still on 3 gate. I have 4 gate going, plus I have my Robo Bay that I'm chrono boosting out immortals from right now. And I'm chrono boosting probes too, of course. And working on getting my +1, and now adding on Zealot legs too. So right now I'm thinking I'm pretty far ahead, but I assumed that he had taken an expansion. So I just wanted to keep building immortals, because I knew he had 1, and I assumed that he was going to keep building them too. I didn't know that he had taken this 3rd yet. Pretty much just waiting for my upgrades to finish right now. I'm finishing saturating this base. Chrono boosting out a couple more immortals. And saving up some energy on my sentries too for force fields. Bring in a few more zealots. Just to help beef the army up a little bit. And at some point I do warp in a Zealot here. Maybe I already did that and saw that he had this base. But yeah, I'd warped a Zealot in here and ran it down here because I was going to check to see when he took his third, but saw that it was already taken. So I decided it's a good time to move in. Got one Immortal trailing in from behind. The Zealots in front. And move in. So I'm able to split off one of his Immortals right there. I back up, take out the Nexus. Grabbing a few more of his units there. Continuing to split him up with force fields. Which he didn't actually use any of his force fields. And then this Immortal came in and started shooting his Immortal in the back. And pretty much just steamroll through his army. So I warp in another round of Stalkers. And start going for his command center. Or his Nexus. And I noticed the probes down here, so I go to kill those. Meanwhile, I line up to take my third just in case he has something in his base to hold me back. He pulls all his probes. He makes one final pick. I was going to go for a force field, but then I didn't see any point in it because he had Archons. So I didn't know if more Archons were going to be rolling down. They'd just walk through the force fields since they're massive. But, yeah. So that's going to be it for this game, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.